That's all that matters, though. It's that we gonna take this to the top, man. Reaper, Stubbs. Can't change me, wouldn't like me when I'm angry. It might be the reason the TV's gon' man me now. Here's a hand-me-down, this style it can't be found. Get me chasing the sun and go round and round. I'm constantly moving, they doubt if I'm human. The danger be looming, the world is in ruins. Immortality's what I'm pursuing.
What's good, y'all? Demon D here with an update on the 2017 Honda Accord Sport, nicknamed Hondaghini. She's doing well. We just got our final free service, which is an oil change at Hillside Honda. Part of the program, the lease program they have there, they give you the first 2 years of service for the vehicle free. It's included with the lease. Now, to recap, the lease on this vehicle is $247 a month. That was no money down, just signing your name and walking out with the car. I did pay about $1,800 or so in taxes and preparation fees, and I needed new plates and registration for this vehicle and tax with the state. So that's just standard stuff. I chose not to finance that in the lease because I don't believe in paying interest on tax. That's just my personal thing. And yeah, this car's coming up. It's got 9,000 miles now. And let me just show you some of the good features about this. So this vehicle, I bought it with the intention of my dad using it. My dad retired, and he mainly uses this car. Sometimes my wife will use it. It's a very secondary car to the Durango. And as we get ready to do work to the Durango, it's going to be a car that people can use. So this key is actually pretty good because everybody knows how to use this key. Not everybody is familiar with push to start. Like my dad, he's an old school person, which is a nice option. It does come with a sport mode in the transmission, and that gives you paddle shifters. And I got to say, it's definitely fun to drive the car around the city in that mode. You have some nice cup holders. You have room for 5 people in the car. Plenty of space throughout. And a big truck. The real right home for me is that this car is very efficient, very economical, and for 2 years it hasn't cost us anything but gasoline to own it and the lease price. I mentioned this car because for a lot of people trying to build their credit, this is one of those cars that will get you there. You know, you'll be able to lease this car and turn it into a finance shortly after. Even if you have bad credit, you should still have somewhat of an affordable payment under $400. And the car will return to you what it needs. You know, as long as you care for it and you take care of the oil changes, so on and so forth, you will definitely get the return from the vehicle because it will maintain itself and give you miles and miles of good operation. The air conditioning, cruise control, everything in this car is pleasurable. It's not blinding speed, but at the same time, you still feel like you're driving something good. The bigger thing I look at for this vehicle is when I did the negotiation on the lease, the sticker price was $26,000 and change. I was able to knock $1,000 off the vehicle because the vehicle was in stock and in the dealer's showroom floor. And that's kind of a tip I try to tell people when you have bad credit and you're looking for a decent deal on a car or a decent lease is start with trying to take something off the lot. Don't get hung up so much on ordering specific options. Work with the guy. You know, you may spend a couple hours at the dealership, but you may find the right kind of vehicle, even if it wasn't the vehicle you initially went in for. Case being, I went into the dealership looking for an HRV, and the HRV lease, because of the release time of the vehicle and the small quantities of stock for the dealership, the dealers had a premium on the lease. The lease on an HRV was actually $309 for my credit score, so on and so forth. Now, I have a 760 credit score currently. That's what I shop with. My credit has been as high as 802. I guess currently I'm carrying some balances, so that's why I took some hits on my credit, but it has to do with my business, and I don't really get into too much of the details of that, but still, it's a very high credit score, so I get a premium rate on leases and finance. What does that mean for you? It means for you, if you have like a 620 credit score, the same car, $247 a month, in order for you to get it for $247 a month, you may have to put $2,000 or $3,000 down on the vehicle to offset your higher interest rate, or you may still qualify for the no money down, paying the fees of the vehicle up front, and be able to walk out for around $400 a month, maybe $450. It really depends on how beat up your credit is. But again, after you get into this vehicle, you just let the lease turn into a finance. You finance, that should build your credit, make your payments on time, don't make late payments. use the vehicle. A lot of people use this vehicle for Uber, and I know why, because it's very economical. There's an eco mode in this car. We get about 22 to 23 miles per gallon city. So it is a very economical package, and it will help you save some money as far as other cars out there. Some competitors to this car you may want to take a look at if you're not wowed by the style of the Honda, or you just had bad experience with a Honda, because some people do. The Nissan Altima and the Toyota Camry 4-cylinders, the SE Camry, and I'm sure Altima has some kind of a SL or SE package where they give you leather and they give you the basic little nice tidbits without really inflating the price of the car. So yeah, to surmise, we got this Honda now, 2 years. It's coming on 9,000 miles. We're probably going to keep it when the lease is up just because the mileage is so low. Whenever I have a vehicle that we lease and it has mileage low like this, we turn it into a finance because it allows us to balance the balance sheet on the vehicle. You know, this vehicle, we'll be able to probably keep it 8 years before the mileage starts to catch up to it and it needs major service. And also it's right at that like sweet spot where the blue book value of the vehicle and the actual value of this particular vehicle based on mileage and shape are. So that's why we'll hold this one, and then this will just be a utility vehicle in the bullpen. We know we can always count on this thing, and whenever we jump in it, we can go and take care of business. If I've got to go and take it somewhere, I can take it anywhere it needs to go because it's ready to go, and it doesn't take much to keep up. For people trying to build their credit, that's what you need. You need something like this that's dependable, reliable, and that can give you possibly 8 to maybe 10 years of good, reliable service without breaking down on you, and allow you to get to work, make money, pay it off. You'll probably pay it off in 6, which gives you 4 more years without a car payment, and that should allow you to stack money. Demon D, peace and love to all. Hope this video finds you well, and I hope you all stay blessed.